everyone, and thanks for joining me. It's Michelle from A Noble Touch, and today we are going to do a new winter flower. This is actually going to be like a frozen inspired flower. What we're going to need is some turquoise deco mesh with the purple and turquoise foil at the end. We're going to need some turquoise cotton drift or snowball mesh right here. And then a roll of the white snowdrift mesh as well, or snowball mesh, sorry. You can probably get these at the Wreath shop or Craft Outlet or some other craft supply places. I'll look and post the descriptions of everything underneath the details of this tutorial. So also make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll have more creations coming out. So we have a roll of each of the mesh. You're going to need some purple Pansy apple barrel paint is what I use. It's acrylic paint. You can get it for 50 cents at Walmart, as well as a 5.7-inch foam half ball. A Darice plastic canvas grid. This is a number 7 that I'm going to use. Some zip ties. 12-inch wreath frame, which the 12-inch I get from either Dollar General or Walmart. They also sell them on the craft supply stores as well. As well as you're going to need some Rust-Oleum, the Ultra Covers clear coat. I use either satin or gloss. Satin's what I had, so that's what I used. And then of course some fuzzy sticks. Now I'm going to use some of these Lomey Gems, which you see me use often in my flowers. This is just the clear 2-inch Diamante Pins. You can find these at directfloral.com or I think marshallsfloral.com. I think they're out of Florida. And then wholesalefloral.com as well. And these are actually David Tutera pins I got from Michael's. You're going to need let's see, I think 9 total of the 6.35 centimeters. And then you're going to need a pack of the 3.81 centimeters. These are the crystal corsage pins. If you can't find this brand, you can use any brand you want. This is what I had in stock here in my craft room. So that's what I'm using. And then of course you're going to need your floral pins. This is just for attaching the center. And then scissors. To cut the mesh, I'm going to use my wood burner. If you're going to use the wood burner, please make sure you have a glass base or something to cut on. Do not cut on your mat. This is a self-healing cutting mat for like razors for your rotary blades. This is not self-healing for if you burn with a wood burner, because that just melts. It's just going to melt it. So please make sure you have something covering it. I use a glass refrigerator shelf from an old fridge. So look on Swaps or something if you need something like this. Or you can use a glass cutting board, or you can even use like a cookie sheet. Flip it over, mark out your lines on it to measure, and then use that. But please do not ever cut on your mat, your cutting mat for your rotary blades. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with our center, and first what we're going to do is put 2 coats of paint of the purple Pansy paint. Let that dry, and then hit it with the Rust-Oleum clear coat. That just helps, weatherproof it. So then we're going to go ahead and grab our pins that we have, our crystal corsage pins. And this is the 6.35 centimeters, so this is the bigger one. We have 3 different sizes. This is the normal Lomey Gem. They only come in one size. And then this is the 3.81 centimeter. So there's going to be 3 different sizes we're going to use. What we're going to do is attempt a snowflake design on our center for our frozen inspired wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and let me pull this a little bit closer to me. I'm just eyeballing it here. Put the big one there in the middle. Then take your smaller Lomey Gems. And I'm sorry, I'm just getting over being sick, and So my voice might be a little bit groggy there. And try to keep them straight as you can. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 2 coming out on each side here. Let's see, so then we're going to go like our starting line, and we're going to go ahead and go 4 out from the center. So I have 4 going this way. And then at our third, we'll go these 3. Like that. And then we're going to take our little pins and just kind of go off to the side. And you know, if they're not sitting right, just kind of pull it out and reposition so they're sitting right for you. And these are going to be, of course, our little crystals that are coming off if you look at a snowflake. And you can do more elaborate if you'd like. And then what you can do is take the bigger ones, if you want to end it here, or you can keep going wider and push the bigger one here at the end. So that is going to be my snowflake center for my frozen inspired wreath. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut our mesh. Now I'm going to use a wood burner to cut the mesh. Make sure you have a glass piece to go over your cutting mat so you don't melt it. And you're going to cut the 10-inch mesh every 10 inches. So I like to start at the 30 line, or the 30 mark. and just follow the grid line down, and then the 20 mark, and stay in between the grid lines, and you can kind of pull apart as you cut so it doesn't adhere itself back to itself. And again on the 10-inch. And the reason I use a wood burner is because I don't like to get the fraying. So you have nice clean cuts like this that's melted. And if you cut with you can cut with a rotary cutter, you're just going to get the fraying on the mesh. So if you're going to use a wood burner, I would recommend wearing a mask when using it. Some people say like a ventilator mask. I don't use one of those. Sorry, my phone's on. I don't use one of those. I just use a regular mask. So I just wanted to show you this quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut up the rest of the mesh, and we'll be back. Okay, so the mesh is all cut up. I just cut up all 3 rows at 10-inch a piece. And now we're going to take our grid, and what you're going to do is just trace. If you're going to use the flatter frame, I do the second rung. If it's more of a raised frame, just go up, around the first rung here to cut the grid. So I went ahead and just traced that and then cut it out. And then you're going to take it, put it on the top here like this. This is the back of the wreath, and just attach in 4 places. Like this. And I don't do it very tight at first. I kind of just put all 4 on, because you don't want to pull one way and not the other. So then you just go through and tighten down. Oh, I just broke that. And do that again. I have to get some meat on it, so I might have to go in 2 squares instead of 1. And then just go ahead and cut the tails off. Like that. And now you're going to take your fuzzy sticks and cut them in half. And then we can start folding our mesh. Now I will have, of course, a pattern available on my Etsy shop. I have patterns that will show how many cuts or what color, how many cuts of each color, and where to place them on the frame and grid. I do that for all my flowers. So I do plan on having this pattern available for you as well on my Etsy shop, which I will link under the descriptions. So we're going to take our 3 colors, and the first round of color combinations I'm going to do is going to be the blue Snowball mesh. And so what you're going to do is just the typical flower fold. So in, one corner, you're going to pinch. I'm going to twist and fold over like that. As I hold this, I'm going to take this one and instead of doing the twist and fold over, I'm just going to pinch and go up like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside like that. And then I'm going to attach this on this bar here. And this one will be on every single outside bar section. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing those, and then we'll be back. Okay, so once that section is completed, now I'm going to take my blue and purple and my blue, or I should say turquoise, snowball mesh. And I'm going to go ahead and do this as the single fold. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Such a pretty mesh. And then the snowdrift. And then I'm going to put this one, if you're familiar with my patterns, this would be 1, 2, and 3, and this is A, B, C, D. So we're going to go on the the C rung in between the brackets. So we're going to put it right in the middle, right here, on the C rung. Just like that. So we're going to go ahead and finish doing the other 5 sections of this petal fold here. Okay, so now those 2 rows, or those 2 sections are done. And for the second barred section, so where number 2 would go, right here in the middle on the bars, we are going to do white, we're going to do the white and the snowdrift. So the white is going to be our single fold petal. Let me move this out of the way. The white will be our single fold this time. Like that. And this is towards the end of the roll, so it's kind of curly, but you play with it, it'll come out. And then our side petal will be the blue. So it'll look like this. And we're going to go ahead and put this on the second barred section, like this. Okay, now the last couple folds for the frame, we're going to do, we're going to take the purple turquoise, we're going to do the single fold. Twist and fold over. And then we're going to take the Snowdrift White and do the side petal with that. Like this. And this one we're going to place what I like to call the third rung on the bracketed section. So that third spot is where we're going to place the turquoise and white, like this. So you just put it through, one each through the grid on each side of that bar, pull down, like that. And then here on the back, when we flip over, what I like to do is just pull the other sections down and twist. And that way we just keep it nice and neat on the back, like that. So we're just going to go ahead and put the rest of them on the bracket 3. And just keep them so they don't twist, because you don't want your petals to twist so they're facing up. You want to see the front side of the petal. It's a lot of pushing down and working around as you go. Okay, in our last double fold petal, we're going to take the white Snowdrift and do the single fold with it. So the pinch and the twist and the fold over. So it looks like that. And then we're going to take the purple turquoise and do the side petal with this one, like that. And then this will go on section A, which is between the two bracketed sections. Remember, C is up here. C's moving, so C was up here. A is going to be the first rung from the inside. So in between the two bracket sections, first rung in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and just put that through like this. Pull it down. And then when we attach, we're going to attach the petal that's on the C rung and bring it down and twist like that. So it'll be all held together so the petals don't move. So we're going to go ahead and finish that, and then we'll put the center in and do the single fold petals for around the center. So we'll be back. Okay, so here we have our wreath, and this is just on the outer frame so far. And this is the time where we're going to take our center and glue it in the center here. I think that'll look pretty. And I'm just trying to hold some of my petals back for a second. So what you want to do is get your glue gun going. Just put a good base of glue on it. And then just put it in the center and push down. And this is where you're going to take your floral pins, like these. Make sure you have something underneath your flower too. I have a piece of cardboard right now. just so you don't glue your center to the mat. I kind of just twist that so the glue comes off. And then I take these pins, try not to interfere with the other pins that are in there. And I just put 5 in. I put 1 on each side and 1 in the middle, just to hold it. I kind of put the side ones in on an angle, like that. And then here we have this, our center in there. Now we're just going to do single petal folds around the center. So let me move this out of the way. So instead of doing the double petal fold like we did for the outer frame, now we're going to, I got stuff all over my table, just do the single petal. So and this is going to be the pinch and the twist and fold over, and then take a fuzzy stick, just over the top like this. So your petal will be like this. I went ahead and folded all of mine, so we can go ahead and get started. And I think I'm going to do a blue, or I should say the turquoise, purple, turquoise, white pattern. So what you're going to do is get right up next to your ball and push the fuzzy sticks through. Make sure they're in separate holes, and then just secure. So like I said, I'm going to do the turquoise and purple, turquoise again, and the white after that pattern around the center. You can do whatever you'd like around the center. This is just what I'm going to do right now. And you want to put it close enough to the other one so they overlap each other, because they'll hold each other down as you go around. So that's a big key to when you do the single petals around the center, is to put the fuzzy stick up next to, close as you can to the other petal. And you should get around 28 to 30 petals around the center. And actually, I don't know if I want to do another one and go white. I think I'll add the white. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that all the way around the center, and then we'll be back to show you the finished piece. Okay, and here she is all done. I think she turned out pretty nice. So I will go ahead and take a picture up of it on the wall or the door, and post it at the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll be coming up with some more designs soon. And then also, please join us at Wreath Creators and More. It's a wreath group on Facebook. I co-own it with Julie Oxidine from Julie's Wreath Boutique, so please join us there. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.